Hey you guys! In this video, I am going to be simply reading How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. This is a custom video from Marko. Thank you, Marko, and Merry Christmas to you guys. So let's get started. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now please don't ask why, no one quite knows the reason. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Whos, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm, lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a hollyhoo wreath. And the hanging the stockings he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming. For tomorrow, I know all the Who girls and boys will wake bright and early. They'll rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise. There's one thing I hate, all the noise. They'll stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'll stand hand in hand, and those Whos will start singing. For Who, for raise, da Who, da raise, welcome Christmas, come this way. For Who, for raise, da Who, da raise, welcome Christmas, Christmas Day. Welcome, for Who, Ramoose, welcome, da Who, da Moose. Christmas Day is in our grasp so long as we have hands to clasp. For Who, for raise, da Who, da raise. And they'll sing, and they'll sing, and they'll sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I've put up with it now. I must stop Christmas from coming. But how? Then he got an idea, an awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do, the Grinch laughed in his throat. I'll make a quick Santa Claus hat and a cloak. This is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed, as he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once, for a minute or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue. Where the little Who stockings hung all in a row, these stockings he Grinched are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. It was 11:15, all the Whos still abed, all the Whos still a-snooze, when he packed up his sled. Packed it up with their presents, their ribbons, their wrappings, their snoof and their fuzzles, their tringlers and trappings. 10,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the Whos he was grinchily humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Whos down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. He paused, and the Grinch put a hand to his ear. And he did hear sound rising over the snow. It started low, then it started to grow. But this sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded glad. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes of bags. He puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And then the true meaning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches plus 2. And now that his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. With a smile to his soul, he descended Mount Crumpet, cheerily blowing hoo-hoo on his trumpet. He rode into Whoville. He brought back their toys. He brought back their floof to the Who girls and boys. He brought back their snoof and the tringlers and fuzzles. Brought back their pantookas, their dafflers and wuzzles. He brought everything back, all the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beef. Welcome Christmas, bring your cheer, cheer to all who's far and near. Christmas Day is in our grasp, so long as we have hands. Christmas Day will always be just as long as we have we. Welcome Christmas while we stand heart to heart and hand in hand. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the Dr. Seuss story. If you're interested, I did put out a video recently for the Christmas season, sharing from reading from the books, or several chapters from the book of Isaiah, which is in the Bible. And I shared more about the meaning of Christmas, like more details, the heart of like why it's really important to me. So if you'd like to watch that, feel free to do so. This is a really cute, playful story, and Dr. Seuss is so brilliant in his wordings. Wordings is not a word, but hey, you know what? It's quite fitting for him. I'm actually going to just finish off the video just quietly, just tapping on this beautiful candle, this beautiful atmosphere. As you hopefully fall asleep. This reminds me of when I was really young, when I would go to sleep the night before Christmas, sometimes days leading up, kind of had this feeling too, but mostly Christmas Eve night going to sleep. The coloured light bulbs that were on the roof of my house, like around the roof of my house, would like shine through the little kind of blinds that we had, you know, and you could see the colours still coming in because they were the blinds that you turn and they have slots in them. In fact, there's one window that didn't have them, and you could just see the lights, and it was like a really sweet feeling. With the like excitement of Christmas coming the next day, going to sleep with the lights, and it was usually later at night when we went to sleep after doing some like celebrating for Christmas Eve. This kid's playing outside. Usually I would take that out, but I feel like it's kind of fitting. We'll let them play and run. They're playing games on the streets. And it's midnight here in Egypt. I live in Egypt, for those of you who don't know. But I grew up in the United States. And something I really enjoyed each Christmas morning, I was waking up and starting with stockings. We started with our stockings, opened those up, and I remember always getting these like kind of specific candies. We'd get the same candies every year and they were kind of special. And we'd always get like a big orange, and then little wrapped presents in there. Often socks were a part of that bunch, I feel like. And then after we all opened our stockings, then we would open presents from each other, and it was really fun. So exciting. I have twins below me, 2 floors down, twin boys. They're the baby sister. Not baby, she's probably 2 by now, and they're probably about 4. This is one of the times they love to run around at midnight. That's normal in Egypt. One thing that I got to do this year that was really fun for me, this sounds sort of funny, but I had injured my toe. Surprise, I do this all the time. So I had to stay home for 2 weeks. I couldn't dance for 2 weeks. But it kind of worked out because I ended up watching Christmas movies while doing work and everything I would normally do from home. But it was kind of nice because I got to watch Christmas movies that I maybe normally wouldn't have gotten the time to. I really enjoyed that, getting to watch some Christmas movies. I love the romantic comedy movies, Christmas movies. There was one that I actually really liked a lot, and it was called Love Hard. I thought it was really good because it wasn't like annoyingly cheesy. It was actually quite funny and really good. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it. It's on Netflix. Love Hard. So I hope you guys have a great evening. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being with me, encouraging me, all of your sweet comments and love. I appreciate it, and I love you guys very much.